All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Gopher Live with Adam and Andy. My name is Adam Gill. I am a Senior Territory Sales Manager here at Gopher Sport.
And I'm Andy Tupy, Senior Territory Manager for the West Region.
All right, thanks again for joining us, everybody. We missed you over the last few weeks here. I know times are changing, times are tough, but again, we want to be here for you now and also down the road in the future when everything hopefully gets back to somewhat normalcy. So thanks again for joining us.
Yeah.
We're going to start out today by asking you guys a question. So again, like always, we want you guys to chat us up. Let us know where you're calling from, where you're watching us at. The question today is, if you are going back to school this fall, how are you changing your PE program to keep your students safe? That's the million-dollar question we have out there today for pretty much everybody. Some of you may not know if you're going back yet. What are your plans to keep your students safe? So
yeah, and we've talked to a lot of different teachers from across the country here. So that question is on the screen there. But yeah, I mean, thank you for being PE teachers. I know it was a crazy spring, and now with fall coming up, I've talked to many teachers over the last few months, and everyone's kind of up in the air and not sure what they're doing. We got a lot of teachers that are going to be doing distance learning, and some that are going to be doing hybrid stuff, and it's crazy. So again, know that if there's anything that we can help out with, please feel free to call us, email us. We're here to support you guys, and it's good to be back. I mean, it's been a good July. Adam looks nice and tan, and we got a beautiful day here in Minnesota. So again, log in, answer this question, tell us where you're at, what the weather's like, and so on. But I think it's supposed to be like 73 or 74 today in Minnesota.
Gorgeous August day. We don't usually get this. So.
Yeah. So it's nice for August for sure. So first thing we're going to get into is the PE huddle. So this is something that kind of started back in March with Dr. Pangrazi. 2 weeks ago, Jessica Shawley and Chris Nichols were on there. Fantastic session as well with Dr. Pangrazi. If you missed it, go ahead and hop onto that website right there. Watch the recording for the PE huddle, and you'll learn some great stuff that they talked about.
And again, with the PE huddle, with any episode you watch, any episode you register for, you get a 1 hour continuing ed credit. So you go back and watch all 10 of them or whatever we have out there, get 10 continuing ed credits, and you're good to go.
And you'll learn some good stuff. Yeah, they've all been very, very good. So, and there's actually one coming up this Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so Thursday, and that's going to actually have Deb Pangrazi on it, and she is the coordinator for health and physical education in Mesa, Arizona, and also Dr. Aaron Beatley, who's at the University of Kentucky. And Deb, I've worked and known Deb for many, many years, and she is a planner. She's probably been working hard all summer, planning and coming up with ideas and contingencies for what they're going to do. So I think that's going to be a very, very good episode on Thursday. I know they're going to discuss some of the unanswered questions and last-minute solutions. They're going to discuss using dynamic PE ASAP, which is Dr. Pangrazi's curriculum as well. And they're just going to talk about the uncertainty and how she's planning. And I know they're going to both have some great insights for what's going on. So looking forward to that. Again, gophersport.com/PE huddle, where you register for it. Again, it's Thursday at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. And yeah, that's basically with that.
Let's see shout
who's checking in, see if it's 120 down in Arizona, like someone said last time, and maybe we have some of our people that have tuned in the last. I know it's been a month, so it's.
Yeah, well, no shout outs yet.
Okay.
Nobody's logged in or nobody's chatting us up yet, so it's wide open, guys. Let us know where you're at.
Let us know.
Okay, so. Again, we got a jam-packed show for you today. We got a special guest coming up, and we got lots to get through, so we're just going to jump into it. So cool. I know our last episode we did a lot of talking about the My PE packs, so different packs out there for individual students. So the main reason we put these together is 3 main reasons. So they're very, very personal. So with each of these PE packs, everybody has, or each student has their own equipment for PE. especially with the social distancing out there. It'd be nice for everybody to have their own basketball, have their own equipment to do your PE activities in class or at home, or a mixture of hybrid learning. So they're also portable. So each one of the packs will come with a very, very heavy-duty mesh equipment bag to transport the equipment that they get both to and from school, to and from the classroom, however you guys are doing your learning at school. And then students can write their name right on that backpack. So everybody knows exactly whose is who. I've seen a lot of schools have actually built this into their equipment that students need to purchase for their classrooms. So for the amount of equipment you get for the price, it's a really, really good idea to have and to introduce to your students. And then the last thing is, of course, right now, you want equipment that's easy to sanitize. So we stayed away from a lot of the cloth material stuff. We stayed away from the stuff that can get really dirty or collect germs easily. Most of the equipment is antimicrobial.
Say that fast 5 times,
tongue
right?
Twister.
Say it one time, it's hard.
I've said it over and over again the last few months. So, yeah, so very easy to clean. Take a Clorox wipe, whatever you got, wipe it down, and you're good to go for the next classroom, or transporting it to and from home as well. You don't want to bring the germs from at home into the school and stuff like that. So personal, portable, and easy to clean, easy to sanitize. So those are 3 of the main reasons why we put together these MyPE packs. And then again, they're great for all ages and abilities. If you go on that mypepack.com website, it lays it all out there for you. It lays out the different packs that we have. And then also, you can create your own custom pack. So there's an option to create a custom pack. It'll send an email out to our sales department, and then we'll kind of create your own custom pack pricing with anything that you hope for in a pack. So you can see on the screen there that there's anything from fitness packs to what we're going to talk about next is our SEL pack, which was just introduced recently. So a lot of good stuff out there for you, all ages and abilities. So go check that out and take a look.
Yeah, so there was 6, I think, that we launched right off the bat, and then in the last week or 2 we launched the SEL pack and then the starter pack. So again, if there's stuff in one pack, like in the fitness pack, that say you want a resistance band, or you want this in the fitness pack, and then you want the ball that's in the starter pack, whatever, we can do those customized packs as well. And we've been working with a lot of school districts across the country as well, planning for what that next step is. So pretty cool stuff. But I think today we're going to talk about the SEL pack. And obviously SEL, social emotional learning, is such a big part of physical education these days. Video Joe's got that pulled up here now. So that's the actual pack, and we have a pack ordered up here, and we're going to have Vanna Gill actually showing us what's in this thing. So this is the SEL pack. Hand-selected equipment and activities fuel active minds and teach students how to thrive physically and emotionally. So we're going to go through the actual pack here. We're going to show you what's in it, and then we actually have a special guest that's going to talk to us a bit about this as well. So first thing we have is a yoga mat. So right there, the yoga mat comes in this pack. The next thing is juggling scarves. So we have 3 of those.
3 juggling scarves.
And we know Adam is an excellent juggler, so we might show that off later on today in the show. We got 3 poly spots that are in the pack there. There you go. And then we have a half cone right there. And then we have a rubber band ball. And then we have a pair of fitness sliders. These things are really cool.
These are Andy's best friends.
Yeah, awesome. Super cool stuff. You can use those on this floor. It's really cool. Sidewalk chalk.
Right here.
Right there. That's Adam's favorite. So I like the other one.
Never have enough.
He likes
sidewalk
drawing
chalk.
out on his with their daughter.
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
that's
murals
good.
on my driveway right now.
And then a mesh bag.
And this isn't your cheapo mesh bag either. It's very, very thick mesh, very, very durable. Okay. I mean, that's worth it alone, right?
Yeah. So that's part of our SEL pack. And now we're going to have Michelle Carter tuned in with us. So do you want to introduce Michelle?
Yeah, so Michelle is the Director of Educational Content and Programs with Shape America. So Michelle is the mastermind behind the new SEL pack.
Yeah.
Super excited about it. I've known Michelle a little bit from different state shows and stuff. Miss seeing you out there, Michelle. So welcome. What's life been like for you and for Shape America lately?
Wow, that's a great question. It's been busy. I'm sure everybody is so busy right now. You know, we're in such weird times right now, so trying to pivot and figure out how do we deal with this. And so we're doing what we can as Shape America to really help teachers out there. That is our number one goal. We want to help our teachers do their jobs and advocate for health education and physical education as best we can, and give teachers the tools that they need and the help that they need to do their jobs.
Very cool, very cool. Well, again, you were kind of the mastermind behind this pack. Can you tell us a bit about the pack and the lesson plans that you created for the pack?
Sure. So the SEL pack is really designed to combine social and emotional learning competencies and their sub-competencies with national standards. So they are PE activities, and so you can use the equipment in so many various ways, but they have an SEL focus on them. They're really a great example because you're still teaching your PE content. You're still focused on your objectives, your grade level outcomes, whatever your curricular goals are, but we're adding this SEL element to them, to the activity or to the lesson, and we're making this deeper connection for students about the importance of leading a healthy and active lifestyle. What we really like to say, that mind and body connection. And so we're using our traditional PE activities, we're using physical activity to make that connection to them. So just how a teacher would share their daily objectives, before class and start, making that connection. This is what we're going to learn by the end of the class. You're going to be able to do this. You're sharing your SEL competencies or sub-competencies of the day, and you're focusing on the SEL piece and being really intentional with that. So kind of highlighting that. Usually I picked this equipment because I thought it could come up with some great activities to kind of showcase how to do that.
Awesome.
Very
awesome.
cool, yeah.
And as everybody knows, social emotional learning is such an important aspect of learning, not only for students, but basically everybody in the world right now. Why do you think social emotional learning is so important for especially students right now?
Well, students and honestly adults for that matter, we're going through a lot right now, right? Like I've say it as many times as I can. I do not envy teachers right now. I'm a former health and PE teacher. There's a lot to figure out, and school systems are still trying to figure it out. The kids are feeling uneasy about what school is going to look like. Parents feel uneasy about what school is going to look like. What does this mean? All through K through 12. So all of our lives have been abruptly changed, and we need to consider their social and emotional needs. What is it going to be like returning to school? What is it going to be like coming back from being away so long and re-interacting with friends, and that fear and just the stigma now around COVID-19, right? If someone has had it or if someone gets it, even just the element of having to wear masks. So we need to be considerate and start thinking about that and being really intentional. And I believe that health and PE is perfectly poised to do that. We can do it and meet a lot of different needs naturally through our content. So that's what I think the best thing is, that with health and PE, we can naturally do this, which is a sell. And I don't want to say a sell, but when we're approaching our principals, we can make that case for us.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Yeah, and like we talked before, Michelle's got a young one at home. I got a young one at home. I've been doing like some SEL activities with my 3.5-year-old daughter. She's even going through some rough patches where some of her friends aren't going to daycare right now, and she's wondering, okay, where's this person, or where's this person? Why can't I go to the park as much anymore?
Yeah.
So we just like to take a minute and just kind of reflect on the day and how tomorrow can be better, or how can it be just as good to have a good day tomorrow too. So it's not only students, but ages of everything. I mean, anybody can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you have a favorite SEL activity that you want to share with us?
I'm glad you asked because yes, I do. I have a few.
I knew you would. That's why I asked it.
So speaking to the point that was just made about young children, one of my favorite activities is around with our juggling scarves. So there's a lot of, traditional PE activities that are in there that Dr. Pangrazi did that are wonderful. And to build on that, it's a great way to showcase how can you build on what you're doing, but adding this other piece. So with the mindful scarves, we're teaching skills around self-management, which lead into sub-competencies around stress management, self-discipline, impulse control, and we're not detracting from what we're doing. I feel like it's enhancing what we're doing with the tossing and catching scarves. So I love that activity because you're walking them through using the scarf. They still can catch it, but you're having this imaginative element to it. So some of the things that are included are around being really mindful. So mindful, let me back up a little bit. Being mindful is about paying full attention to your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and your environment. So you can use that scarf to kind of highlight those things. So what does the scarf feel like in your hands? What does it feel like on your skin? All right, bring your scarf up and drop it and watch it. What do you notice? And so you go through a series of those kind of questions and activities with them, and you can also bring that back to how can I use this in my real life? I can help myself calm down when I'm not feeling good,
cool, yeah.
right? I'm upset. I'm not, something happened, I'm upset. How can I use mindfulness to help calm myself by taking this thing, a scarf or another object, and just kind of focusing on what do I feel about it? What do I notice about it? And it kind of brings you to this nice place. So what I like to say, it's a proactive approach to giving kids coping mechanisms, coping tools and strategies to deal with some complex emotions. And especially with what's going on right now, kids can use that, and even adults. I mean, I use deep breathing for myself. I use it for my almost 5-year-old, and it's a great tool for all ages.
It really is.
The other one that I like for older students is, you mentioned the fitness sliders. So again, they're doing a series of different exercises with the sliders or different moves with the sliders, but what we're doing is we're adding this element around goal setting, which is a PE, right? A PE grade level objective or standard, but it's also around self-management and social and emotional learning. So what you're doing is you have students go through these series of exercises at first, or moves. They try it, they get a feel for it, and then they say, you know what, based on what I know I can do, I think my goal is to get this many done. And so it works around teaching goal setting. It works about even around recognizing strengths. So there's a whole bunch of elements that you can bring into it. So you have them go through it, and at the end you're debriefing, and we're connecting it where self-management, right, doing these activities, right, it's healthy to take care of our body. So part of self-management too is making sure we're physically active every day. We just went through these series of activities, and we set goals, right, to hold ourselves accountable. And even when we don't feel like doing it, right, who can attest to that? When we don't feel like doing it, sometimes it's pushing ourselves with self-motivation. So all of those things feed into each other. And we've just now combined what we're doing with our PE and our objectives with this SEL piece, and we haven't derailed. We actually just strengthened, and we just made a deeper connection about why we're doing what we're doing. And then my favorite thing, I'm a big on this, is adding some reflection piece at the end, getting people to understand why you do what you do. The better you learn about yourself, the more you learn about yourself, the better choices you can make. You're going to hopefully have healthier habits, reinforce those habits, because you're going to do the things that you like. You're learning about yourself, so you can be healthier, essentially.
And like you mentioned, it's so many times in PE, you're working to score a basket or you're working to score a goal, where some kids might not ever get that chance to score. They might not be athletic enough. Like the physical specimen to Andy might not compare to me when doing the fitness sliders. So you work at your own pace, you set your own goals, and then you work to achieve those goals and improve on them. So kind of work at your own pace,
right,
and really understand yourself. And then the reflection piece is always key. So.
Yeah, and that's something you can use, like you said, it's something you can use your entire life. If you learn it at a young age, you can sit back and you can think about it and have that mindful minute. We're going to be doing some activities out of the pack here, and after one of them, we're going to do the mindful minute. But I mean, you made a good point there. Like, if you learn it at a young age, as adults here, we can do that too. Life gets stressful, this whole time is stressful. So take that minute, take those deep breaths, think about what's going, and it's such an important thing to teach kids at a young age. I mean, we're teaching fitness at a young age, so that and physical activity at a young age, so that they keep that throughout their life. And same with social emotional learning. We want them to learn that as well.
Yeah,
So.
I mean,
Absolutely.
like you said, Andy's pushing 50 almost. I'm 25, so we can both use these same activities and better ourselves. So, couple more questions, then we'll let you go, Michelle. What advice do you have for teachers going back to the classroom this fall?
Take a deep breath.
There you go.
But seriously, take a deep breath. And we're talking about this taking care of our mind and body. I know this is overwhelming, but if we have to find the silver lining, I really do think this is our opportunity to showcase the value of health and PE. We are the most important subject in the building right now. Fight to not let yourself get pushed out, and do that through incorporating these big things. Like SEL is big. It's a big thing right now, and I hope it's here to stay, because I really feel like it has a lot of value on our lives, wholly our lives. And so the SEL pack, along with these activities, are just great examples of how to do that, how to combine it, share it with your teachers. And really, really think about how you can connect with your students and making that connection, because that's going to be really hard, especially when you're returning in the fall to 100% virtual model. So thinking about how you can connect, and by doing this SEL piece, that's a way to connect with students. So
well, very cool. Well, we definitely appreciate your time. It's been awesome. We're excited to get into the pack and do some activities. And if you want to tune in, Adam, actually, I don't know if you know this, he was on the University of Minnesota juggling team in college, and he was one of their captains, actually. So you can watch him juggle, and
all Big Ten conference juggler. Yeah.
But yeah, we do appreciate you logging in and speaking with us, and we're excited to show off the pack here, and appreciate everything you've done for
and
Health Moves
hopefully
Minds and everything.
Hopefully see you sooner rather than later. So we can get back out there.
Yes, definitely.
Attend these Health Moves Minds sessions and SEL sessions. So thank you so much for your time today, Michelle.
All right, thank you all so much for having me.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, so Michelle Carter there, that's awesome. It was nice, so much good information she was talking about there, and such an important thing that has been around for a while, and I think it's going to continue to be around, like she said.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to be able to get out to conferences again and see more and more presentations. I was in, before this whole thing cracked down, in California for the Gopher convention, and there was a bunch of different sessions there on SEL. So I think it's just going to keep on gaining steam. So,
well, cool. Michelle talked about some of the activities that she developed for the SEL PE pack, but all these activities are free whether you buy the equipment pack or not.
Yeah, good point.
So just go to mypepack.com and check those out. So all the activities align with the Shape America National PE Standards, include teaching outcomes and are safe, obviously, for students. So, and they're also great for the unpredictable. So if parents might decide to opt out of PE, they can follow along with the activities at home, get their daily activity that way. And then also teachers can easily print out the lesson plans and send them out with students, or students can create their own account on there to follow along with the activities that way. So very, very flexible for any situation, any scenario out there. So just, head to that mypepack.com and take a look at those activities. Like I said, free of charge, no matter if you buy the equipment packs or not.
Yeah. And I think should we do a shout out?
Yeah,
I think we have a question
we'll get you a
here.
shout out.
We'll do some shout outs and see if anyone has answers to other questions. Then we have another question here. Then we'll get into an actual SEL activity. So anyone tuning in saying where they're at. And
we got a few shout outs here.
Nice.
Michael Toledo from
Buffalo. Buffalo, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in again, Michael.
Yes, Mike, thank you.
He said PE class is 12 feet. Social distance in PE class is going to be 12 feet. Planning more fitness activities in class.
Got it.
Barbara Clark in Yakima, Washington.
Oh, hi, Barbara.
Temp right now is 82 going to 91, so not too bad for August. Megan Jones from West Virginia. She said she's using floor tape to section off the gym so that each student has their own area to stay in. And then she's focusing on fitness activities, yoga, dance, and then we go back in a blended learning way. So Denise in Hawaii, Oahu.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful day.
Hi, Denise.
Began bodyboarding at 5:45.
Nice.
Awesome. Now she's watching our webinar for PD to share with her Honolulu School District teachers.
Oh, yeah, I know Denise.
Mahalo, Denise.
Yeah,
Thanks for
hi,
joining.
Denise.
Let's see here. Donna had a question for everybody out there. Are you allowed in your gym? Was told we would probably be in the classrooms while the gym is being used as storage. And then Dave Allen said, howdy from Texas. Love the accents. Go Twins and Wild. Dave, I had a hot dish today for lunch, so you can play off that.
A tater tot hot dish.
And then Patricia from El Paso, Texas. So thanks for joining us, guys. With the floor tape and the social distancing, I got a funny story. I was at a wedding this weekend, and they had spots on the dance floor where you stand and that's where you dance, 6 feet apart from everybody else in there. So,
but if you know Adam, he needed 4 squares because he's so good.
I get out there,
he gets moving, so he needed just not 1 or 2, but
my
he needed
wife
4
wouldn't dance with me, so I took her spot next to me. So.
All right, cool. That's a cool story. That's really what they did.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All right, so very cool. So now we're going to get into some SEL activities. The first one we're going to do is with some poly spots and the dome cone. So I'm going to kind of talk about these activities, and Adam is going to show. So just put them within a distance where you can put a body part, not too far apart. Yeah, that should be all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, we need all 3 of the poly spots.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm going to basically this is a stretching. So it's going to be for stretching, and I'm going to tell you where to put things, and you're going to kind of stretch for, it says 30 seconds. We're not going to have you do it for 30 seconds for everyone. So put 1 upper body part on a poly spot and 2 lower body parts. There we go. So now you're kind of stretching, and you would hold that for 30 seconds, and then I would say, now put 1 upper body part and 1 lower body part. So yep, so now you got there. Hold for 30 seconds, kind of stretching. 2 upper body parts and 1 lower body part. So there we go, stretching. 1 hand and 1 foot. Oh, tough guy.
Works on your balance too, apparently.
1 knee and 2 elbows. That's good. Now sit on the poly spot and balance yourself so no other body parts touch the ground. We're going to hold that for 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And
So
I'm done.
So another way to increase this would be to put this cone onto your body and try to balance it with that. So let's do 1 upper body part and 1 lower body part. And we are going to balance this on his back. Now we're going to transfer to 2 upper body parts and 1 lower body part. Like that. So basically, you're good.
All right, thank you.
So basically, this activity is about stretching and about holding these stretches. You can balance this on your head, on your stomach, knee, foot, hand, back, whatever you want. So the cool thing about this, and after you do this, we're going to sit down and we're going to have a mindful minute. So I'm just going to have you sit down. We talked about the mindful minutes a couple of episodes ago, and we had a juggling scarf, and we talked about breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Again, breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to have Adam, go ahead, you can grab a different one so you don't have any of this stuff on there. Cooties. And so go ahead, and what we're doing is we're going to take 60 seconds to sit quietly and just kind of notice what's around you. and breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. We're not going to think about what is going to happen. We're not going to think about what already happened. We're going to think about the present moment. And just take a breath. Reflect on what you did, the challenges, what you liked, what you didn't like. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Okay, so we didn't go a complete minute, but again, it's a good way to just kind of reset. I should do this like once or twice a day in the office, just reset. So, like Michelle talked about, SEL is about doing activities in your class, but then also like talking about the stuff at the end. So, what did you like about the stretching poses?
I liked, not only did I get my body involved, but I also got my mind thinking as well. When he would
to put the
which
body parts?
body part to use, maybe switch it up. Because at first I was just using my hands and my feet. Well, then I'm like, well, my elbow is an upper body part, my knee is a lower body part. So it was really got my mind going and also my body moving. So kind of the best of both worlds.
Cool. And what didn't you like?
I didn't like how out of shape I was on a live studio audience.
They've seen that the last, Michael's
true.
seen that the last 10 episodes.
But yeah, I guess there's not really anything I didn't enjoy about it. I'm
Just
not
the
very
instructor.
flexible, so you guys saw that as well. But, yeah.
What challenge was easy for you? Were any of them easier than the other one, or was there a harder one?
There was one where it was one body part, one lower body part, one upper body part that was challenging to balance. That was more of a workout than a stretch was. The easy one was kind of the downward, or the whatever do you call it in yoga, the cat position, where you have two out in front and you're on your knees. That was easier. That was a good stretch. So
cool. Yeah. So again, the SEL part of it is doing the activity, but then taking the time at the end of your class to have that mindful minute, to talk about this stuff, to get your emotions out. It's important to, and I think Michelle had mentioned this, it's important to learn about what you like and what you don't like, and being able to recognize the things that you're good at and need to improve upon. And this is something that we can take in our daily life as well. I mean,
absolutely.
So very cool stuff. So that was, again, just a simple activity. And there's probably, I didn't look through the pack, but there's probably 30 or 40 different activities with these things, with this little box of equipment. So now we're going to get on to an activity that Adam's going to lead called Don't Bust the Water Balloon. And we were gonna use real water balloons, but then we decided not to. No, I was just joking. We're gonna use what came in the pack here.
So you can see the activities on the screen there. So like Andy said, we're not going to use an actual water balloon. We are going to use a rubber band ball. And we're just going to, in the back of our mind, we're just going to pretend that it's a water balloon. And we're going to teach you some different things to incorporate that social emotional learning. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start about 6 feet apart right here. And we're just going to toss the ball back and forth. And every successful one will take a step back. Okay? Toss it back and forth. Okay? Toss it back and forth. Try to catch it. All right, switch it up. Use your opposite hand if you can. Go one-handed catch. And again, just think in the back of your mind, this is a water balloon. You don't want it to burst. Okay, so one more. And then when you get to, we'll say about here, then we'll skip back and do it again. And then you can switch up the difficulty in there. You can toss it up, maybe have your partner spin and catch it. But what we're really thinking about is after you do your activity, you really want to reflect on what the water balloon meant to you, okay? Let everybody touch it and feel it. Obviously right now with different guidelines out there, you might not want to pass it around the whole class.
They could all have their own water balloon if you're outside
balloon.
And they could be tossing to themselves maybe.
Or you could even, have your own tennis ball or rubber band ball.
Yeah.
But Okay, how do you think that water balloon feels when it's mishandled, or how do you think that water balloon feels when it's dropped and explodes? Okay, really incorporate your kids to get thinking about, okay, so what if you were a water balloon? How would you feel in this situation if you were just thrown as fast as you could across the gym, or if you were dropped? Or really think about how your emotions in your head. Well, Andy's only throwing to this person and this person. Why isn't he throwing the water balloon to me? Okay, get everybody thinking about their different emotions out there, rather than just playing a game. So yeah, what happens if you drop the water balloon? It busts. Well, as humans, we aren't water balloons, but we do have feelings. So again, how would Andy feel if he wasn't treated as well? So you should treat your water balloon like you want to be treated to everybody, race, religion, whatever is out there. So treat everybody the same. Treat your water balloon the same. That's just one of the activities that is out there.
Very cool. Yeah. So that's the second activity, and then we're going to do one more activity, and then we're going to do another shout out and some questions, and then we're going to get into some PPE stuff that we have. So again, answer that last question if you haven't already. Again, tell us where you're at. Ask any other questions that you have, and we'll, after this next activity, we'll get into the shout outs, and we'll have one more question as well. So this next one is just, it's SEL Teen Challenge. So the activity or the thought is students will work together to create a game, a challenge, or an activity that's used with the equipment in the pack. Let the students be creative as possible. Now, again, these packs are kind of meant for kids to take home. I mean, they were built so the distance, virtual learning, so that the kids bring them home. So the kids could think of this stuff and then record themselves or put it on a Zoom or whatever, and then share these different activities that they come up with their class. So Adam and I, the brain trusts that we are,
Right,
we put together 3 quick activities before Gopher Live here that we're going to show you. So don't be too hard on us when in the comments if you don't like them, or if you like them, or if you think there's a better way to do something, put it in there as well as you're watching us. So Adam's going to kind of lead the first one, and this is one that every physical education teacher has probably done with getting across the lava or getting across the water.
So I typically would have all the equipment starting out on the yoga mat, but that's so perfectly packaged where I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to open it up. So we're going to have all the equipment starting here on our curl-up tester. And then what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get our rubber band ball across the playing surface without touching the hot lava, using the equipment over there. Okay? Once the rubber band ball is over, then our teammates are going to have to cross without touching to get to the dome cone as well. So we're going to start over here. Where's that rubber band ball?
What are you looking for, a rubber band ball?
Yep.
Got it.
All right. So we cannot throw the ball to each other. We'll have to pass it off. Okay? So I'm going to start here. Well, that's so far.
Oh, boy.
Well, Andy would have to pass the equipment to me.
Pass it to you.
Okay, so then I got to get to the next spot. So hold that, and then I'm going to jump here. Now make sure you.
So I gotta. Well, that's.
You grab another piece of.
Oh,
equipment.
I gotta grab all this basically.
Yeah. So obviously, with only 2 people, it might be difficult. So we're just going to make some exceptions.
Yeah.
So then he's going to pass one to me. All right. Can I move on?
And
to
then I
the
would
next
pass
spot?
that back, obviously.
Yeah, and so on.
And so on. Oh.
Thank you.
That one I almost
stepped in the lava.
Stepped in the lava.
Oh boy.
Then Gopher Live would be one person. It'd be Adam.
Oh, I got to keep this now. Jump to the next one. All right. So the cush ball's in the dome cone, and I'm out.
And then we would all.
Andy just goes back.
Continue across. So you've all played, I'm sure, done something like this whether it's lava or water or whatever. But same concept, teamwork, but you're trying to move a piece of equipment across that surface.
Yeah.
Good job, Adam, with that. So again, put in the chat how you could change that or something that you do different. Another activity that I thought of was keep out the 2 spots.
Okay.
So that's right there.
Oh, and we need that.
Yeah. So another one I just thought of real quick again. These aren't brain buster activities. We just thought of them within 2 minutes before Gopher Live here. But we have 2 spots and we have the rubber band ball, and we're just gonna play like
kind of like a beanbag.
Beanbag kind of. So if it goes on to, if it's all the way on the spot, it's worth 2 points, and if it's hanging over the spot, it's worth 1 point. Up to 21. If you totally miss it, we're gonna say you gotta run around and then come back.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna run around.
And again, obviously, especially with that first game, reflect on what you liked, what you didn't like, how you could do better next time, and so on. So,
0.
Well, I don't. Whoa. Careful, I don't have my basketball shoes on. Oh, okay.
Oh, I gotta run.
Careful.
Boy,
for that spot.
we are not impressing the studio audience. First point wins.
All right.
First point wins. Man.
Well, I'm going to skip that then. We're strapped for time.
Oh, come on.
There it is. Sit. That's touching. Point 1. Yep.
Good job.
Winner.
All right. So again, you can do these different activities. But again, that was one that we thought up real quick. And then lastly, the scarf run.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like this.
Yeah.
But we need to have them maybe a little bit closer.
A little closer.
You want to demonstrate it?
So basically all you're going to do is you're going to mix, you're going to throw the scarf up, see if you can run to the poly spot and back. Okay?
And then you want to catch it.
You want to catch it when you get back to the first one. So, all right. Good.
Oh, you made it look easy.
Better than practice.
Let me see if I can do it.
Get there. Nice.
Bam. So something like that. So again, different activities, but I mean, again, you have, this pack comes with 3 different poly spots. The sliders, I thought about doing something with the sliders, you know, throwing up the scarf and maybe doing exercises with the sliders, you know, mountain or, so pretty cool stuff. So again, that's just the SEL, what's it called? SEL Team Challenge.
Yep.
So the kids can bring it home, they can think of their idea and post it for their different activities.
When we first opened the box and Andy heard sliders, he was thinking of the little slider
the white
cheeseburger, but he was kind of disappointed. They were fitness sliders.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we should do an SEL quick. So, what did you like about the activities? What did you like about what we just did?
I like that we thought of them on our own and really got our brain working and rolling to come up with these ideas. You mixed in a little partner challenge, my competitive spirit, and I mean they're all challenging in their own way. So what did you like?
I liked how we threw in some fitness. So like, you know, instead of just sitting there going back and forth tossing, when you missed it, you had to run around the other person and come back. So at least they're getting some fitness out of it as well, but they're still learning, you know, the underhand toss and targeting and all that good stuff. So,
awesome.
So and again, that's how we incorporate the SEL back into it. So kids can sit down for a minute. They can do the breathing and think about, you know, what they liked, what they didn't like, what they could change, all that good stuff. So that's, again, incorporating that into it.
And
so
I've started to do the 1 minute breathing or the better breathing, the reflection section before bed. I mean, it takes a minute. I struggle to fall asleep anyways, so I might as well kind of reflect on the day, work on my breathing to hopefully help calm myself down at bedtime. So
cool.
All right, let's get into a shout out.
Let's do a few shout outs here. Then I can ask that. Well, I'll go ahead and ask the last question here. You can kind of look at who's who's tuning in to say hi. So I think that's our last question. Yeah, last question. So what is the one thing on your bucket list that you want to do before summer ends and you head back to school? And I know some districts are probably already heading back. Texas, I know Colorado, I think, reported back already. But again, what is one thing you want to do on your bucket list before you head back to school before summer ends? So.
Yeah, so Denise had a good one. Denise from Hawaii, again, thanks for tuning in. Provide a concept that the students need to use when coming up with their challenges. Use equipment and come up with like a muscular endurance activity for
nice.
4 pieces of the equipment, and then check for understanding. So let's see here. Tana B, hello from Sacred Heart in Groton, Connecticut. Love the scarf challenge. Thanks.
Thank you.
I think it's Tana or Tana. Sorry if I butchered the name. Mike from Buffalo again said, go Twins, hope they can they beat the Yankees? They haven't been able to the last few postseasons, but I think this is their year.
Do we have Mary tuning in at all?
Mary's not
from Texas is not in there. And how about the lady from the Mitten?
Yeah, she's
those
not
are the
either.
few. And Michael, those have been our 3 biggest fans. They write us fan mail, once every couple of weeks. So maybe if you're tuning in and say hi.
All right. So one more question before we get to our last.
I already did it.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah,
okay.
the bucket
shows
list
how
one.
much I pay attention to you. All right. So the last thing we're going to talk about today, many of you have seen on our website, we did come up with a lot of new sanitation products, PPE products to keep you and your students safe this fall. So we're just going to quickly run down a few of the items that we have. Joe's going to show them off here. So we have our Active Guard hand sanitizer stations. So we have both the floor model and also the tabletop model. So you can display the hand sanitizer for students and staff in your facility to obviously prevent the spread of germs. So.
Yeah, so these, we've been working with a lot of school districts, and the one you see there on the right-hand side, that actually holds 4 gallons.
Yep.
So the bottom of it has 2 gallons and then 1 gallon in the middle and 1 gallon on the top. And it's just got a basic pump on it. And then once that pump is gone with that gallon, you take out that thing and you move the gallon around. So you actually get 4 gallons with that sanitation station. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's nice and very, very easy to see exactly where the sanitizer is. And I know sometimes I'm looking around, okay, where's the soap?
Where's this thing, yeah.
Yeah, so very big standard to show it off. So we also came up with, in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, some healthy habits banners. So displays 8 top tips for staying healthy during your PE class. Nice, cheap, easy way to show people how to safely have healthy habits. Mm-hmm. And then also the sneeze guards. As you can see, and these are the safest methods for separating athletes and students into your facility. Great for weight rooms, great for locker rooms, for changing out and stuff. So,
and that's that picture with that lady with the purple shirt on.
Yeah, doing the resistance training with that sneeze guard in between the 2 athletes.
And I know a lot of schools have they've been putting those in between desks. Or the teachers had those. Every teacher desk has one of those when the kids come up. So
yep.
Not only can they be used in PE or in the fitness room is another big place.
Yep.
Between the benches and stuff like that.
And
so
we also have that full length model, and then we also do have a few tabletop models. If you're strapped for social distancing on the desks, you can put them in between the desks and stuff like that. So we also came up with a COVID-19 curriculum. As you can see, some of the activities in the lower right-hand corner there to teach students about the science behind COVID-19 through visual and hands-on learning experiences. And then we got the face masks, obviously, the no-contact forehead thermometer, the antimicrobial, dang it, I got it.
That's it again. I'm not even going to try saying it.
Antimicrobial wipes.
There we go.
And then we got the face shields and the SaniSpray disinfectant sprayer. So many more PPE and sanitizer products on our website, gophersport.com. Just head to, I think there's a top ribbon on the website with PPE products on straight on the website. So yeah, that's just some of the many different products that we are offering now.
Yeah,
So.
not only do we have the balls and the bats and the stuff that you've seen for many years, also have the PE stuff as well.
And all the curriculums we offer also have the COVID-19.
Yeah.
So,
So it's, obviously, again, I'm Andy. My information, feel free to call, email. We're here to help you guys out. We do appreciate everything you've done over the last how many months over the summer. We know it's going to be different times again this school year, but we hope that this Gopher Live is helping you guys with some cool ideas and activities, and we do appreciate you tuning in.
We've had a blast doing it too.
Yeah,
so
we sure
kind
have.
of gets out of our daily rhythm and stuff too. So this is kind of our reflection hour, getting out of our offices and stuff and getting to have some fun with you guys. So
Yeah.
I'll answer. See if anybody answered the bucket list question before
one
we
last
let you
shout
go.
out here, and then we'll tune out. And plan is again, I believe, the first Tuesday again of September as well. So email your grandparents and your nieces and your nephews and all your friends. Let them know that Andy and Adam will be live again. Hopefully I believe it's the second Tuesday again in September. So
Mike from Buffalo, his bucket list is fishing on a boat, listening to Jimmy Buffett.
oh yeah,
So-
nice.
Maybe a margarita hand or a bush light, whatever your
Hopefully
preference,
you
or
can
water. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you can do that.
So thanks again for joining us, everybody. We'll see you back here in a couple weeks. If you have any questions, like Andy said, reach out to one of us. Give us a call. Even if you don't have a question and just want to chat, Twins Yankee series or Wild Islanders Stanley Cup Finals or something.
Either or.
Yeah. Give us a call. Otherwise, take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Hopefully we see you guys soon. So thanks, guys.
Take care.